Welcome to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Getting into today's top stories, this week's weather marks the first snow event since the Washington City Council passed an ordinance that upped fines for street parking in winter weather. Police Chief Jim Lester said the updated now enforceable rules would keep the streets clear of hazards. Lester said enforcement didn't kick in at a certain threshold of snow or after a specific amount of time, but once an unmoved vehicle presented a problem for maintenance crews running the plows. At that point, maintenance workers would alert the police and the enforcement process would begin. Initially, I expect that we'll provide warnings like we have in the past, Lester said. If that doesn't help, then we would have to proceed with the violation, which is $50. Lester said the timeline from a warning to a ticket was usually around 24 hours. After that, another 24 hours puts a car in danger of being towed. That timeline moves up drastically if a snow emergency is declared. The snow ban only applies to cars parked on public roads. Lester said residents needed to plan ahead and arrange off-street parking to ensure compliance. Nonprofit organizations Washington for Justice and Latinos for Washington are teaming up to host their third annual holiday meal kit giveaway on Saturday, December 10th at the Millseed Building in Washington. Volunteers said they aim to stave off hunger at an especially food-focused time of the year. Similar to prior years, the groups will offer both a traditional American meal kit and a Latino meal kit. Both will be given away on a first-come, first-served basis starting at 11 a.m. on December 10th. The meal kits are entirely funded by community donations, with the cost of each estimated at $45 this year. Those interested in donating to fund the meal kits can do so electronically via Venmo or PayPal under the username at Washington for Justice, or deliver cash or checks payable to Washington for Justice to 110 West Main Street, number 4 in Washington. Donations are due by December 7th. Enjoy the warm feeling of being home for the holidays with the Mount Pleasant Time, Talent, and Treasures organization as they host the 22nd Annual Tour of Homes event this Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. The 4 featured homes opening their doors for the event include the homes of Jason and Lisa Goody, Sue Frary, Mike and Anita Hampton, and Rob and Kat Zeglin. Visitors have the opportunity to tour each of the participants' unique homes. Tickets are $15 at the door or $12 in advance from Browns or any Triple T member. 100% of the proceeds raised from the tour of homes will go directly to sending 4th grade girls to a summer camp in June. The organization is dedicated to sending girls to camps and more during the summer. Its goal is to provide an educational camping experience for girls that might not have the opportunity otherwise. Some public servants go above and beyond the call of duty, and the Southeast Iowa Regional Planning Commission is seeking nominations of these sorts of people for recognition. Nominations will be accepted through December 16th for the 21st Annual Leroy Meyer Memorial Award and the 38th Annual Leland McCosh Memorial Award. The Leroy Meyer Award is named in honor of the late Leroy Meyer, who was a longtime member of the Regional Planning Commission and supporter of economic development within Henry County in Wayland. This award honors a non-elected individual who has made outstanding volunteer community development contributions to his or her community. The Leland McCosh Award was created in honor of the former Winfield mayor and founder of the Regional Planning Commission. This honor is given to a public or elected official who has made outstanding contributions to his or her community. According to Henry County Supervisor Mark Lundeen, a number of previous nominees have come from the Mount Pleasant and Henry County areas. Nominations can be sent to Sherry Jones, Executive Assistant at Southeast Iowa Regional Planning Commission via mail, 211 North Gear Avenue, Suite 100, West Burlington, Iowa, 52655. We're going to take a brief break and we come back with all the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have sports and weather coming up, but first, obituaries. Timothy Andrew Whitten of Burlington passed away on November 12th at the age of 38. Banner Funeral Home was in charge of the arrangements. Anna Eileen Lillian Heyer Roth of Fairfield passed away on November 11th at the age of 98. Services will be at 1 p.m. December 1st at Banner Funeral Home in Fairfield. Judith Ann Alexander of Fairfield passed away on November 11th at the age of 70. Celebration of life will be at 11 a.m. Banner Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Evan W. Gaiman of Corville passed away on November 12th at the age of 57. Memorial services will be at 1 p.m. November 20th at the Jones and Eaton Funeral Home. Rosemary Lang of Washington passed away on November 10th at the age of 93. Private family services will be held at a later date. Jones and Eaton Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Those obituaries, it is now time for the weather.
The weather is brought to you by Jacqueline Areola, LLC.
Come visit Jackie in her new location downtown. She is ready to serve Washington and the surrounding community. We had some more snow this morning, but it has since stopped. The rest of the day, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 32. Tomorrow, it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 33. And on Friday, we will end our work week with partly cloudy skies, but temperatures will fall down to 21 degrees. Looking at the weekend, it will be 26 and partly cloudy on Saturday, with temperatures dropping into the single digits overnight. On Sunday, it will be sunny with a high of 27. We're going to take another brief break, and when we come back, we'll have sports. Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank. Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656. Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
The number 2 Waco football season will come to an end on Thursday, and it just so happens to be in the biggest 8-player game of the year. After blistering their opponents through the regular season and grinding out a victory over New Fonda in the last week's 8-player semifinal, just one team stands in the way of Waco's quest to hoist the 8-man state title. That team is none other than number 1 ranked Remsen St. Mary's. Both teams have stood at the top of the 8-player rankings all season long, and a true number 1 will be decided on Thursday morning. What a journey it's been for the Warriors of Waco. Waco has been as dominant as they've come throughout the season. The Warriors have been efficient on both sides of the ball this season, scoring over 40 points in every game and allowing at most 26 points. Their closest game of the season came last week in the semifinal matchup against New Fonda, in which the Warriors were winners 29-21. A state champion will be crowned on Thursday. The battle is set to begin at 9:30 a.m. on Thursday at the Unidome. The gymnasium at Winfield Mount Union High School got a taste of winter sports on Tuesday as the Wolves welcome in 9 other teams for a girls basketball jamboree. Among those in attendance were 3 Union area teams, along with WMU, Highland, and Mount Pleasant both got their feet wet. 4 halves of basketball were played on the day, each game just one half with 8 teams playing. The Huskies played defending Southeast Conference champion Keokuk Chiefs in the second game of the day, and after a rough first quarter, were able to play the Chiefs closer in the second half, but Keokuk outscored Highland 36-10. Mount Pleasant and Winfield Mount Union went at it in the last game of the night. The Wolves nipped the Panthers 21-20. Brady Buffington and Keely Malone scored 6 points each to co-lead the Wolves. Mount Pleasant's Haley Parrott hit a pair of 3-pointers to lead the team with 6 points, and Tristan Scholl scored 5. The showdown between the Panthers and Wolves saw former Mount Pleasant assistant and new WMU head coach Mandy McWright go against her former team. The girls' basketball season will officially begin this weekend as regular season games begin. That is the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This has been Newsbreak, and I will see you next time.